was in it. Neither one of them. You understand? So, you know, I came here and I'm in front of y'all today to give y'all all the information I know. No matter what somebody think or what somebody going or how they feel. No, Joe Pullins, leave that bullshit alone. You know I ain't heard no Raleigh, man. Stop that shit, man. Raleigh, Durham, Charlotte, not at all. I don't see everything, man. All right? So, John Glass, listen up, boy. I got to see what Miss Thigpen is saying. That's a family way back in St. Louis, man. Samari Thigpen, you know what I'm saying? That's way back, you know, in St. Louis. I got to see what she's saying. I couldn't see that. Yo, so I'm not going to try to answer. I'm going to try to answer some of these questions, but I don't even know how to slow this shit down because it's on my phone. My man showed me on the other thing. So let me get to it. Chicago in the building. Much love to you and the LA community also. I already shouted out Riley. Stop it, man. All right. So, you know, I'm here to let you guys know everything I know, and then I got to move on. South side of St. Louis. All right. Well, back in the day, we ain't go to the south side, man. That came on a little earlier. 1849 Segwit, I see you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I gave Tretch stories, bro. Y'all got to listen to this stuff. You can't keep answering. Go back and look at the film. I gave Tretch stories. You know what I'm saying? Tretch was the man back on the road. Can't nobody take shit from Tretch from back in the day. Buffalo, New York in the house. So now we right here. This dude was treating people like shit, man. You know, so who he had to, like people who was in his camp. You know, he could treat certain people like that. Like motherfuckers, I'm gonna let you know this from straight up and on everything I love. He could never treat me like that. You know what I'm saying? Only time he ever raised his voice at me on some bullshit, it was that night when Big got killed. That night when Big got killed, that's the only time that nigga ever raised his voice at me. Because I'm not playing them motherfucking games. And anybody know us around us and stuff like that, anybody I ever work with, yo, how I'm going to bodyguard you and protect you and you talking to me crazy? Get the fuck up out of here. We don't play them games. The only time he ever raised his voice at me is when that night when Big got killed. And that's when the motherfucker told me, yo, Gene, if you don't get in this car, you ain't gonna never work for Bad Boy. I swear you ain't gonna never work for Bad Boy again. Then he pulled his seat all the way back. All right? So, you know, I want to start this off first with Big. And here we go. You know, Big got a bad motherfucking rap, man, with that Quad Studio shit. Because Big ain't no shit about that, bro. You understand? You got to understand the atmosphere and who all was there. Pac was right when he said a lot of motherfuckers was there. And the niggas was there because they knew shit was going to go down. But Big them didn't know nothing about that, man. You know what I'm saying? Big them never even trusted Puffin for every right he shouldn't have. And he should have stayed that motherfucking way. And if you know what he was going to go through and what he was trying to do, you know, he got all the information he needed to do. He got all the information he needed to start his own shit. And if you know that life after death, you understand, that was going to be Pac's album name. Until Suge changed it. So my whole thing about it is it's a lot of shit that went down and goes down in this whole thing that we don't even know about, man, that takes precedence over what's really the truth. Now, the people that knew what was going down, Jimmy Henchman, he knew what was going down. And he probably told Puff was going down. Because that's why Puff was up in that studio. That's why Puff was up in that fucking studio. Because he knew what was going to go down. Now, Big them didn't know unless Puff told them that, and I don't believe Puff told them at all. He just wanted to be there to see it. Hey, thank you. I'm looking up this. I got 600 and some people in the building. I know it's a Friday. Thank you for your Friday and everything like that. But I only got 200 and something likes. Can y'all bring up the likes for me, please? Thank you. And I know y'all haven't been watching them damn commercials, too, because it tells me how many people been watching commercials. And the people who tell me they watching commercials, I thank them. Dana Later, Dave Clay, William Shaw, Marco Rios. What's good with you? Oh, hold on 1 second. This fucking battery is going on. Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm going to check on the green and check this battery thing out later. This shit is crazy, man. I'm not ready for this showbiz shit. Or whatever this internet shit. Are we good? I hope we good now. Oh, the picture is frozen? All right. And you said clean the lens. Thank you. I read that. Is that better? I hope that's better. Is it still frozen? All right. So, Pac had every right, and I said this before, to be upset with Big. Because Big was his man. And when Jasmine Guy, and everybody, like I said before, everybody knew Jasmine Guy. Everybody knew Jada Pinkett and them was going around asking for money, you know, to give up for Pac bail and everything like that. And like I said before, Big could have, you know, somebody was in his camp could say, yo, man, let's do a couple of shows and get that money for them for Pac and everything like that, because he could have got money to do that shit. Yo, somebody said I got something on the lens again. I don't know how true it is. I'm going to try to wipe it off. Unique, you're right. He is the reason Big got the bad rap at the Quad Studio, man. And that's for real. If you see Big body language and everything like that, he was fucked up behind that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Somebody just asked me about March 9th. You know, on the menu is going to be steak, eggs, steak, cheese, eggs, and Welch's grape. That's one of Big's favorite. I do a hell of a motherfucking steak. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, what we're going to talk about is the situation with Suge, too. People don't know, man. They came out of Suge a long time ago. Before y'all hear all that bullshit, before the Pac and Suge Knight shit out there in LA and stuff like that, they was coming out to Suge long time ago, man. You know what I'm saying? And I had told you there's a book coming out and that Kirk Burroughs is doing. And it's going to show you how motherfucking Puff took fucking shit over to the FBI on Suge. Met an agent over there and took information on Suge over there to the FBI. So the reason they wanted Suge so bad was Suge wanted to unite a couple of brothers and get their own distribution companies. So we could distribute our own thing. The same thing that, you know, you hear about Jay Prince, Irv Gotti, Dame Dash and them wanted to do. When they was trying to put all that shit together, Suge was spearheading that shit. You You understand? So then, that know they was gonna fuck up a lot of their money. You gotta realize Suge has showed that he knew the business. When he started telling people, about their publishing, their marketing, he was telling people about their contracts getting points and shit like that. They was mad at this motherfucker, man. How dare you? How dare you, motherfucker? So we got to get this motherfucker out. And plus now Sugar's getting he got the back of his team and everything like that. So now they doubly dangerous. They think that he's dangerous. First of all, he's smart enough to learn the motherfucking business. So now we got to stop him. We got to plan. They make this motherfucker look like he was the devil. I'm going to tell you a story. I'm sitting up in the motherfucking Envies. This could have been around 2001 or something like that. Suge Knight, Pac there, Big there like that. No, I don't think, no. It was before then. Suge come in the Envies. He chilling and stuff like that. This is a club down on Varick Street. And I'm in the corner, just chilling. Everybody, so I see Suge come in the building and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? And I think my kid's mother, she don't see me. It's my girl. She don't see me. And Suge walking there, and she stopped. Now, she one of them pretty light brown skin, long hair, you know what I'm saying? That bullshit right there. She stopped. Oh, Suge. I was like, this bitch right here. Did she really? And hug this nigga. When she got finished hugging that nigga, she turned around and I was right there. I said, for real? Really? Yo, my two daughters always tease my other daughter because she light-skinned like that nigga and her. And she say, yo, and she mean as a motherfucker. They always say, yo, Suge Knight really your father. I know that shit ain't funny. I shouldn't be telling that. But it's a true story. And that's real talk. But anyway, to see that brother, in jail like that, man, for all those years, man, for whatever happened out there, man, them folks was out to get him, man. I've been around them folks operate, man. You understand? I was with Scott Storch, and Jimmy Iovine was telling that motherfucker, we don't want you to do rap music. We don't want you to, we think you need to focus on rock, R&B, doing shit like for Aguilera and all that shit like that, people like that, because he had did songs for them. And Beyonce and them like that. They wanted him to focus on that shit. And look what happened to Scott Storch. He kept trying to do rap music. Next thing you know, look where he at. Hell of a genius in the music business. Could have went, long way. You understand? So, and then with Suge and Pac together, Pac was the first nigga that exposed that Illuminati shit. And how, motherfucker was trying to get him to fuck them and all this other shit like that. And Pac went out on air telling this fucking story. Let me check on these greens right quick. Oh, I just want to stir them. Now you want to, after you get them cooking real good, you want to cut them down. Like halfway. And you want to slow up the cooking process on them. You have them cook them up high for the first 15, 20 minutes. Then you want to slow it down. To slow up the cooking process. To slow up, the cooking process, you want to have it slow. Man, listen to me. And I keep on telling y'all this all the time. Because, you know, I don't have moderators because I want people to come here and say what they want to say. But I'm going to employ two moderators on this shit. You know what I'm saying? And when they start knocking your ass out the room, listen here. I don't give a fuck about what Mob James, what anybody on anything say on their platform or whoever they go on and talk to. You understand? I know what I fucking know. And I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I know what I know. It's a lot of dirty shit happen. I could tell you a bunch of dirty shit Puff did to motherfuckers that make motherfucking Suge Knight look like a choir boy, but he used other people to do the shit. I could be at fault of some shit. So, you know, one thing I do know is that I never heard somebody say Suge Knight snitched on me and sent me to jail. I ain't heard nobody say I did 10 years because Suge found witnesses to testify against me. A nigga that come out and start doing some shooting, you know, to save you. That's what happened to Sean, man. All right, listen, I'm going to jump into the Uncle Gene show. Now, the Uncle Gene show is a whole different thing, man. The Uncle Gene show is about this ASAP Ferg accepting this chain from Big. I mean from Puffy. Not mad at him for it. I'm just a little disappointed that he don't have the whole story. You know what I'm saying? I've been screaming and saying this for the long. ASAP Ferg father made the Uptown symbol cat for all the, you know, the cat that was on all those albums for Heavy D, Mary J. Blige, Jodeci, everybody for Uptown Records. That cat was made by D. Ferg. D. Ferg was original and founder with me, Mike Cock, Rick Dog, Tone Wop, Tabadoo, founders of the Same Gang. Now, Puff and everybody want to shout out the Same Gang and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? And they want to use that because it's fashionable now. But this nigga never hung out on the corner with us unless we was going to the party. This nigga never did nothing with us unless, or came to the picnic, came to the party. Picnic, came to the party. That was it. You understand? So, the conflict between Suge and Teddy Riley, because Teddy was robbing people too. And Suge was trying to make sure motherfuckers was getting their money. When they came to Suge and said I was getting my, I got this much, Suge, like, how the fuck could you get that much? And they made this much on the album. They did this. You're not getting this and you're not getting that. And Suge was trying to be, you know, more than he was to people. And I understand him. And that's why I got to look at other people's mistakes. Sometimes you got to fall back on shit. And I'm going to fall back on this shit. I'm going to still have cooking and conversation with y'all, but I'm going to stop fighting niggas' battles for me because their own team don't fight their battle. So let me get back on this, man. You know what I'm saying? I felt a certain kind of way when he took that chain from Puff. But that's my personal feelings. And I'm able to express my personal feelings. I don't give a shit how the family feels. Because I was with, me and D was like, that was my brother from another mother, man. Like I told people, yo, we bought our houses together. We bought our house two blocks away from each other. I was raising my first daughter. He was raising his first son. They were sleeping in the same bed sometimes. I was staying over at D's house. Ice, what's up, bruh? Ruru. So D Ferg made that logo for Bad Boy. When he made the logo for Bad Boy, I said, yo, dog, he only giving you like $1,500 for that? Tell that nigga give you a penny for every time they use it. And you're going to be good. He was just starting up. He like, nah, man, I'm just going to get the money and everything like that. He said he's going to take care of me. Yeah, D Ferg had a clothing line for Puff. He tried to ask him to help him. He didn't know. But they used to come down there and D had shit in the window, D had shit in their store. They look at what D had and they go mass produce what D had.